Welcome to Marketing Mistakes and How to Avoid Them, a weekly podcast hosted by Stacy Jones, the CEO and founder of Los Angeles entertainment marketing agency Hollywood Branded. Join Stacy and learn from her 20 years of experience as she shares top-notch advice on marketing best practices for brands and walks you through how to leverage entertainment content and influencer partnerships to increase your brand's overall consumer engagement and, most importantly, your sales. And now, here's your host, Stacy Jones.
Welcome to another episode of Marketing Mistakes and How to Avoid Them. I'm Stacy Jones, and today I'm going to talk to you about 5 ways producers can evaluate if their content's a good brand vehicle for product placement. Partnering with brands and featuring them in projects can yield cost-saving production benefits. But before looking into what types of brand partnership opportunities exist, producers are going to need to evaluate the specific script and determine whether or not it will offer a platform that brands will feel is also beneficial. As part of their entertainment marketing strategy for the project, the producer is also going to need to develop answers for 5 key questions brands are always going to ask before considering partnering with a production. So let's talk through these 5 questions. The first is about having a relatable message. A storyline that brands can embrace is important. The brand's hoping for the consumer to buy into their product as they are buying into the ethos of the entertainment of which it is being exposed through. Does the story's message match that of the brand's marketing tactics? Does it have a positive message that the brand wishes for that very consumer to see in their own product? Even projects with themes of horror, blood, and gore, that they may not appear at first to be enticing to most brands, they may be welcomed by a few. As a second step, figure out the appropriate target audience. Different types of projects appeal to specific crowds. Family-targeted brands will have interest in films that bring the family to the theaters, while brands that target teens will perhaps look for high school romantic comedies or more vampire goth-themed content, and brands targeting a higher household income may look for smart and edgy dramas. The third question is, does the property have some known and recognizable talent? A brand marketer isn't going to sign on to a feature film if they don't recognize the cast. And an up-and-comer, it does not mean that's a recognizable name. In order to get maximum exposure, a project carrying a big-name cast member is going to be much more alluring to brand. If the name's not traditionally recognizable, the brand is not going to buy in. The fourth question is, what is your time period? Yes, there are brands that have been around for 100 years, or at least a few decades, and those brands very well may be happy to lend their image to your production for period content. But with rare exceptions, such as with The Great Gatsby with Warner Brothers, where Tiffany & Company and Moet both jumped on board as major promotional partners for the film, most brands don't like supporting projects that are not current day. Why? Well, they can't show off their projects that are for sale now, today. And just having the logo in the scene, it doesn't make brands get that excited to shell out money or proportionally support a project. They want to align in a bigger way in the content. The fifth question producers need to ask is, what else can the project bring to the brand? Think of what else can be offered to the brand that provides the brand with content in the film or show and beyond. I counsel productions to think outside of the box, as creative ideas and resources will pay off. Even a project that lacks one of the elements I just spoke about can really be a successful project when creative ideas and resources are utilized. Think of social media callouts during production, exclusive behind-the-scenes footage available for brands to stream on their YouTube channel, meet and greets with the executives and the cast, premiere party sponsorships that lend opportunities for PR. The possibilities are really endless. Keep your mind open, be willing to strategize, and you're going to be much more likely to entice a brand partnership. After a review of the project, figure out how you can optimize your project to make it more brand-friendly. It's going to be worth the time you take. And make sure you stop by HollywoodBranded.com to look at our library, which has infographics and white papers, ebooks and videos, or our blog.hollywoodbranded.com, which has hundreds of helpful hints on how to make brand influencer or entertainment content partnerships a success from the get-go. That's it for this episode. I hope it was helpful, and please let me know if you have any feedback. I'll see you next week. And as always, if you need a little or a lot of help, my agency, Hollywood Branded, is here to lend a hand. If you would leave a review or any questions I can address in the future, I'd really appreciate it, as your feedback helps me know my advice is valuable and interesting to you.
Are you ready to make the magic of product placement, celebrity event activations, or influencer partnerships help your sales? Visit HollywoodBranded.com to gain access to free content to learn which key tactics best fit your brand. You'll find surveys, webinars, daily blogs, ebooks, and guides, all created to make sure you have access to the best possible marketing practices. Don't forget to join Stacy Jones for our next podcast conversation about marketing mistakes and how to avoid them. Let's make that entertainment marketing magic happen for you.